Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite photographic genres, reportage. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Urban Anjar and this is Photography 101, and today we are going to talk about photographic reportage. It's telling stories with pictures, not one picture but a series of pictures. And it's a sort of photojournalism, and that means that you are trying to tell the truth, what you saw. You're not supposed to add or remove stuff in post, but often it's okay to crop and fix contrast and exposure and colors and so on, but not making stuff up. You go somewhere to explore and bring something back. The word reportage comes from French, and reporter means carry something back. So you tell a story, a true story, not about unicorns or aliens or whatever that you make up. A story with a beginning and a middle and an end. You try to explain what you have found out. And maybe you need to do some research before you go out there. And I think Rudyard Kipling's words are helpful. I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when, and how and where and who. So when you're out there, take notes and bring all documentation you can come over home, and it's a good idea if you can cooperate with someone who writes and makes interviews. And it's a little bit like filmmaking, even if you work with stills. In filmmaking, you have some wide shots explaining the whole scene, and you have the full shot where you see the whole person, and a medium shot about to the waist, and maybe close-ups and extreme close-ups. And we have in reportage 5 or maybe 6 sorts of images. We have some sort of overview. Where are we? Maybe not the exact spot on the earth, but at least what kind of place is this? Is it a town or a wood or in the mountains or at the sea or whatever? And also the time of year. Is it winter or summer and so on? And where are we going? Oh, but sometimes maybe a sign will help us to put us on a place. Then we have some sort of work portraits. Picture with people doing their thing. And we can try to vary angles and perspectives. And take your time and wait for the moment. Then we have some portraits off from the work situation. But avoid the beauty or fashion style of post portraits. They have their own genres to live in. Sometimes you can catch a minute at backstage, and sometimes the microphone is out of sight for a second. And some people you can go to their homes or their workshops to shoot. And then what are people doing? How are they doing it? And in many cases there is some kind of product. What are they making? But sometimes the product is happy people and happy audience. This part may be more optional, but I like to shoot some details, some signs, and sometimes some art or some practical details. And remember those questions: what, why, when, how, where, who. Try to get the answers, as many answers as possible in pictures, but probably you will need some text too, at least some captions. And don't forget that you can turn the camera two ways. Sometimes we call the standing format portrait and the format lying down landscape, but whatever you shoot, make both if you don't know what's needed in the end. You can get your reportage published in a newspaper or a magazine, or you can publish it yourself in a blog or other social media. You can make a slideshow, you can make a zine, you can make an exhibition or a photo book. Okay, this was all for today. See you in the next one. Bye.